Yeah, right now. Side yard skunk work's coming at you. Been a day or two since we posted. And I had to apologize for that. Had some personal things going on. But get out here today and it's only like 102 degrees with about 90% humidity. So we're all doing real well here. But I dragged the old 1 ton out of the back 40. Getting ready to start and it will start to clean up on the frame. And if y'all remember, I think I showed this to you before. It's a pretty clean, straight old truck. No rust really on it. Came to him with a blown engine. And it is a 1 ton cab and chassis originally. And yes, you're going to see some wood blocks in the springs due to the fact that the main springs are broken on both sides. So did that just to level it up to move it around because it was sitting pretty hard down on the left side. And I do have all the pieces to this truck. It just was easier for me to pull the blown engine out by pulling the front cap off because in truth, it's going to need fenders and a hood. At least fenders. Maybe even the hood. We'll see. Love this little truck though. Got the good West Coast mirrors on it. Got clearance lights. It is a 68. These things are getting hard to find, especially with very little or no rust in them. And yeah, it's got the old 4-speed granny trans in it. That's going to be on the market for long because getting away from those, I've got a 700 R4 that's been built to put in it. Still trying to decide what I'm going to back it with. More than likely, small block Chevrolet. Thought about doing an inline 6 on it, just because. I think it sounds pretty good. You run a split header on it, a little Holly Sniper injection system or something. I've got all kinds of ideas. We'll just see how it turns out. Now the dash pad, she's a little eat up, but that ain't nothing but a thing. As you can see, the floors are solid in it. That is the actual mat that's under it, except for the moss. The moss don't count. But there are no holes in there. A couple of little bitty ones there on the rocker. That ain't bad. Cab corners are solid. Cab itself solid. I mean, it's a pretty clean, straight old truck. In case you're wondering why I decided to go with the 700 R4, by my calculations, using the 700 R4 with the lockup, with a 32-inch tire, which is 235 85 R16s, I believe, are 32 inches tall, and differential has a 457 gear. But with that tire height, that gear, and the overdrive and lockup, by the way I get this calculated, it will 60 mile an hour is going to be around 2,000 RPM. 70 is probably going to be around 2,500, and anybody that's messing with an old small block knows they're 2,000, 2,500. They're pretty happy in most cases. And you don't build a truck like this for gas mileage anyway, but we want to do what we can. But she's kind of a sweetheart truck. I've taken fancy to this thing back when I got it, and I just hadn't had time to work on it. But we do enjoy these things, and that's kind of the idea. You know, get out there and work on your stuff. Enjoy it. Even if it ain't perfect, you can do it in stages. It'll be what we call a WIP, a work in progress truck. Probably what this is going to be, because she's going to start out. Main objective now is clean up the frame, get it running. Drop the engine and trans in it. I do have the drive shaft and everything that matches the trans out of another truck I had here, so we're in pretty good shape on this. If you look over there, you can see the hood, a couple of fenders along the fence there, and about 5 different size tires on this thing, but you know, they're just rolling around with. Anyway, that's kind of our next project. If it wasn't so darn hot, we'd be out here working on it today, but after dragging it out and some cleanup around trying to get it up here where I get to it, I'm kind of hot and tired. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a rough one. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching. There's more to come.